from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
A packed school board agenda today and disagreement about whether the state should begin its reopening tomorrow or not. We'll have details about those stories and more in today's Henrico News Minute for Thursday, May 14th, 2020. It's brought to you today by Nathan's Roof Repairs.
And now for the news.
The Henrico School Board will hold a virtual work session today at 1 p.m. and board members intend to discuss in more detail the budget cuts that school officials have made to fit with the county's revised overall budget for fiscal year 2021. The Board of Supervisors approved that budget on Tuesday. It will take effect July 1st and was $99 million less than originally anticipated. It also trimmed the school system's share by about $32.5 million. Included in the final $8 million of school cuts made during the past month to that budget, the elimination of stipends for teachers who handle various extracurricular duties at their schools. The board will vote to formally adopt the school system's revised budget at today's meeting. Board members also are expected to discuss plans for summer school and what options will be made available, whereas in most years summer school is viewed as an opportunity for students who need to catch up or receive extra help. This year it's expected to be offered to all students, whether virtually or in person. The board also intends to discuss a variety of options for the coming school year, including some that would anticipate the continuation of distance learning only, others that would expect students to be back in school full-time, and some that would involve a hybrid of the two. Also at today's meeting, the board will discuss three options for the 2021-22 school year calendar. That's not this year, but the following year. One of them would include a pre-Labor Day starting date of August 23rd and a final date of June 3rd. Another would retain the existing post-Labor Day start of September 8th, and the school year would run through June 17th. And a third option would include a year-round plan, which would involve drastic changes. Under that plan, the school year would begin July 26th and conclude June 17th, but students would have a 2.5-week break from late September through mid-October, a 1-month break from mid-December through mid-January, similar to college winter break periods, a 3-week break from late March through early April, and then a month-long break from mid-June through mid-July. Well, plans for Virginia to enter Phase 1 of its reopening will continue tomorrow everywhere except in Northern Virginia, according to Governor Ralph Northam. Northam said yesterday that officials from Northern Virginia were the only ones who had contacted him to express concern that they had not met the desired metrics to allow for a reopening to begin. At the same time, Northam said there is a potential of a surge in cases of COVID-19 after the state begins its reopening process tomorrow. In total, the state has about 27,000 confirmed cases. About 15% of all tests conducted have been positive. Also yesterday, members of the Virginia Legislative Black Caucus, whose top two leaders represent portions of Henrico County, expressed what they called grave concerns about Virginia's plans to begin its reopening tomorrow. In a letter to Northam, Caucus Chair Lamont Bagby of Henrico's 74th District urged reconsideration of the plans, writing that the reopening could disproportionately impact those workers deemed essential by Northam's previous executive orders, a large number of whom are minorities. Bagby wrote that continuing with plans to reopen could force a number of workers currently collecting unemployment to choose between returning to jobs at which they don't feel safe or declining to do so but then losing their unemployment in the process. Many who return to work Friday would also not have access to adequate child care, Bagby wrote. He said, quote, "Under the current plan, we will be creating a situation where black and brown Virginians outside of Northern Virginia will become guinea pigs for our economy," end quote. Meanwhile, the Republican Party of Virginia has continued its criticism of Northam's reopening plan as being, quote, "strict, authoritarian, and draconian," end quote. In a statement Monday, RPV Chairman Jack Wilson said, quote, "Northam has accomplished his goal of bringing our once prosperous Commonwealth to a grinding halt. We have been saying for weeks that Northam needs to start taking the economic impacts of his edict seriously, but we are beginning to think he does not value Virginia businesses enough to do anything meaningful for working families," end quote. Well, 4 high school students from Henrico received honors in the Virginia State Science and Engineering Fair last month. More than 200 students statewide competed in the fair, which was held online because of the pandemic. It was hosted by Virginia Tech. Myrtle Cute from Mills Godwin High School won third place in the Animal Sciences category, and David King from J.R. Tucker won an honorable mention award in the microbiology category. Gwyneth Liu of Godwin won third place in the System Software and Intelligent Machines category, and Philip Naveen from Godwin was awarded a Certificate of Outstanding Research from the American Psychological Association in the category of Behavioral and Social Sciences. The Glen Allen Community Montessori School has moved to a new home in Lakeside at the Overbrook Presbyterian Church and has also adopted a new name as Wild Fern Montessori School. Executive Director Bree Stevenson said the new name better reflects the school's evolving identity, and the move is designed to better serve the families who would benefit from having it nearby. The school was created with the mission to find ways to make the Montessori system accessible to families who otherwise wouldn't have been able to consider it, she said. Wild Fern Montessori School is considering a fall opening. To learn more, visit wildfernmont.org. Today on HenricoCitizen.com, check out our weekly property listings. It'll show you how much homes in your area sold for during the past few weeks. You can visit HenricoCitizen.com and click on News and then Property Transactions to read more. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Nathan's Roof Repairs, a small company doing big things. Check them out online at nathansroofrepairs.com or call 273-9200 for a free estimate.